Welcome to Lake Austin Spa Resort. I'm Tricia Shari, and joining me today is my friend Barbara Wise, and she's with Crescent Gardens and also the author of Container Gardening in All Seasons.
Now, we've done some fun little things with our containers to show you that it's not just about the plant.
Yeah, you can add a little personality to your containers. I like to, use little found objects that or things that I've collected. So here's a pot that is topped with corks, and then Barbara found a hammerhead.
So when you put this planter together, you're going to use this when you get hammered?
Yeah.
Is that right?
These are also herbs that I use for cocktails. But little, garden gems, little glass gems or marbles or favorite rocks that you have or fossils maybe. That's a way to showcase some of those found objects and add a little fun and personality to your planters.
Just as an example, we had planted up this succulent bowl right here, and then I went and cut some dried echinacea and stuck those in there just to give it a little pop of color because there's so much green.
There's also a leek flower.
Yes,
that's a seed head.
And this was really fun. This was just in the garden hanging over, and so I want to show how I did this. I just put it on a stick, and then I just stuck it inside here, and it just gives a little bit of fun texture. Eventually it's
not going to last, but it's fun for the meantime. Sometimes with containers like this, I will group a bunch of things together, and then when they start to struggle and they're needing more room, I'll pot them up in another container, and this is just really a temporary housing for them. And one thing I wanted to point out too with the Crescent containers is they have a removable base that you could take off if it was a dry plant. You could remove that totally. But I love that they have this little drainage spout, and it's really easy to tip it and just get the excess water out. You don't want your containers to be sitting in water. So I like to water them deeply until I see water coming out of the saucer, let it sit for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then pour out any excess so that the roots aren't rotting in standing water. You can also use the gravels and rocks to help keep some of your dry plants a little bit more on the dry side. It kind of helps them dry out faster. So for the succulents that like to be on the dry side, or cactus gardens, having that rock as mulches is actually a good thing.
Yeah, it keeps the soil from splashing up when you water. But one of the things that I love to do is plant things in a lightweight little container, and then you can take this and just plop it in another container. So if you want to switch things in and out, it makes it a little bit easier. Let's say you've got different events, and maybe some people are coming over, and you want to have all colors for something. You can plant this up, put it in here in another container, and then have another one, and then just plop it in.
And having that double container in Texas is ideal because it adds just another layer of insulation.
Exactly.
It keeps it from drying out and from getting as hot in the summertime, and it also can help to insulate it for the winter. For Backyard Basics, I'm Tricia Shari with Barbara Wise.